Do. Okay. Hello, friends. Welcome, welcome. I'm super excited. I'm Jessie Duncan, the dumpster fire leader, I guess you could say. I'm the one who brought us the dumpster, and you all are bringing all the flames and all of that. So, super excited to have all you guys here. We've got a lot of people jumping on with the awesome promo, and a lot of you too that are just like you may have been here a little bit, but you're just now kind of getting the ball rolling, and that's okay too. Wherever you're at in the spectrum, you are always welcome. So, um, I'm just going to use this as kind of like a tool for those of you who are like, what in the world do I do now? I just clicked the join button and now I'm freaking out. So this is kind of going to be a run through of all of that. And I wanted to touch on, we were actually chatting for a moment right before I pushed record about a lot of you guys are jumping on because you obviously love the product yourself and you want to get a little bit of a kickback for yourself, but don't forget to keep at least in the back of your mind that there is a whole humongous opportunity here, and a lot of us don't know like where we want to go with it. I mean, that is exactly how I started into this whole entire industry. I was like obsessed with a product. I wanted to wear and get all the shades and I wanted to get them cheaper. So obviously I ended up signing up, but I never in a million years wanted a team, never wanted to talk in front of people, never wanted to be on a Zoom call, none of it. And a lot of that stuff is my favorite thing to do these days now. So just keep an open mind about that. And before I dive into kind of what to do from here, I just want to hit on what is still available to you the rest of this month. So if you're watching this after May, this part you may need to skip over because it's probably not going to pertain to you, but the rest of the info will. So make sure and stick around. Um, so as far as you joining us now, congratulations. Super exciting, fun place. You're going to love it here. This team is a hot mess. We have a lot of fun. We are goofy. We love you for who you are. You don't have to be perfect. We encourage you to just be comfortable in your own skin and show up like that. So, hence the name Team Dumpster Fire, which I suggested as a joke, and all these amazing men and women decided to keep it. So we here we are. um, there is a huge opportunity for you guys who are just jumping on, or heck, if you have been around too. We have a promotion going on until the end of the month, so there's still several days to cash in on this. Um, the free part, the free join, you can push that too if you just hopped on and you have other friends that may be interested too. Talk to them about it. We still have today and tomorrow for that. The Memorial Day sale is still going on today and tomorrow. And then this is the huge part. There is something going on revolving around new customers. So if you're new, everyone is a new customer to you, okay? So when someone shops from your site, which we'll talk about how to get to all of that and do all of that here in a second, but um, from now to the end of the month, if someone shops from your site, they are going to create an account. They will create an account with their email, first name, last name, and they will be registered underneath of you. They will live with you until they request or something happens and they want to change to someone else. So that's kind of a cool concept we have here. If they decide at some point they want to change that, I mean, if you run into this down the road, they could sign up with a different email, things like that. But just know that that account kind of lives with you for that customer. So if that customer ends up grabbing a $50 order, now $50 is our standard order amount here. If they grab a $50 order before the end of the month, and that doesn't include, make sure it's 50 before shipping and tax, you will get a $10 cash bonus for that order. In addition to the commission that you will earn, which again, we'll talk about here shortly, but you're starting out at 20%, so you'd earn that also. The cool part about that is you can get that bonus as many times as you want between now and month end. So it's kind of a little bit of a push for you to be like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm excited. I just signed up. I may not have a box yet, or I may not know what the heck I'm doing yet, but maybe I should talk to my neighbor about this. Maybe, because all those orders you get in, you're gonna get those bonuses. $50 is the magic number. So if you get a group of five people that ordered $50, they're new accounts. And again, you don't have to be new to qualify that for this, so keep that in mind. But a group of five $50 orders, you got $10 bonuses for each of those five. You also get another $50. So there's this whole chart here. If you're listening to this and you're thinking, okay, I thought I just wanted this as a discount for myself, but I would really love a $100 cash bonus. So maybe I'll go for this. So there's a fun chart. You can color it in, all the things. But as you see here, 10 for this $50 order, 10 for this $50 order, 10 for this $50. $50 total here, plus the $50 bonus is 100. And you can do that as many times as you want. So you can really rake in the cash bonuses, but it has to be by the end of the month for this program. Okay. In addition, now to that, a standard part of our compensation plan also applies to these same $50 customer orders that are happening. New customer, $50 order. You also get an additional 10% in commissions on that group of five that we talked about on their order volume. Okay. So not only are you getting the special incentive for the cash bonuses this month, but if you get that group of five people, you're also going to get 10% in addition on the commissions with that. So huge bonuses there. Keep that in mind. We also talked about, so a lot of you are joining for free. You have the first 48 hours to decide on the starter boxes back here. It's backwards. So we have two starter boxes, so keep that in mind too. There's a statement, a smaller box. There's a bold box, a larger box. The larger box is 180. Um, you yourself, if you're joining for free, you didn't grab a box and you decide in that first 48 hours that you want one, you can get either of those two. We just have to contact support. If you get the larger one, the 180 box, you get $25 back at the same time that you get paid these bonuses too, which is the beginning of June. Okay, so some people are kind of like, ooh, maybe I should have got the box. So you have the choice to do that. It has so much stuff in it. There's like $400 worth of stuff smashed into your $180 box. And that will also count towards like your volumes and things as you're building and hitting goals for the month. Okay. The other thing to know too, which is also a huge opportunity for you if you just signed up or if you've been here for a while, if you're getting someone on board who does the free join between now and the end of the day tomorrow, if they end up joining for free and grabbing that bold box, you will get, listen up, a $90 bonus. Typically you get 45, but they doubled it. So you'll get $90. All right. So those are the things kind of that are happening right now until the end of May. It may sound like a lot, but just keep those in mind, process those. If you have questions, ask in our chat, ask your brand partner that you joined under, ask anywhere. We've got a zillion places to ask. But I just wanted to throw that out in the beginning because, again, a lot of people don't know when they sign up, like where they want to go with the business. And that's 100% okay because I would have to think it's probably most of us. Most of us don't know what we're doing. We just figure it out as we go. So don't feel like you're alone there. Okay. All right. I'm going to now dive into, I'm trying to think what I want to do first. If you guys have questions too, I know we don't have many on, so most of you will be watching this on the replay. Again, watch, jot your questions down, and then shoot them our way in the chat and whatnot, or in the team chat groups or All of that stuff is a great place. Um, Let me find my desktop here, screen share for a second. Okay. So, along with, I think we should talk about one more thing as far as bonuses are concerned. Can you guys see my screen? Hopefully. Um, okay. So, I'm gonna show you here. Quick click resources. And just kind of ignore what I'm clicking on and things for now. I will go back and I will tell you what I'm doing. But this is the next thing I kind of wanted to focus on again. If you're kind of like, "Ugh, I don't know if I want to do any more with this other than just fuel my own obsession." Here's another thing that you may want to keep in mind. Now, if you are just joining, you have, I can't remember if it's 7 or 8 days now. I'm second guessing myself, but you have I was looking to see if it says at the bottom. You have a week approximately till this kicks in. And what this is our bold start. Okay. So this is a great way to kind of keep you excited and moving and grooving and sharing and doing all the things to get Clio out into the world and out into your circle. So along with the things we just discussed, this is a permanent thing that we have. And like I said, you get the first 7 or 8, I can't remember which one it is, but days to kind of just like get organized, to get situated until this first 30 days starts, okay? So what this is a program that kind of repeats over for you every 30 days in your first 90. So there's different levels here, there's different periods. So in the first 30 days, you will earn product credits and cash for doing these specific things over here. And let me just quickly explain it to you because sometimes people are like, oh, it looks like a lot, but it's actually building on itself. So it's not as intense as it may sound. So 500 PQV, that is your personal qualified volume. So that is personal sales right here, okay? So in your first 30 days, if you move the 500 PQV, and then you get 5 new customers. Do you remember we just kept talking about 5 new customers? How many things that qualifies you for? Here it is again. And that's what they do with these compensation programs. They like intertwine things. So you're earning all sorts of multiple incentives, bonuses, promotions, all of this. So if you do that, you get $25 in product credit, and you've marked off level 1 of your bold start. Now, level 2, you've already gotten the 500 PQV. You've already gotten the 5 new customers. The only additional requirement to get a $50 product credit would be to enroll one active brand partner. Okay. So when it says active, that means someone who moves $150, and that can count as one of the kits we talked about. So whether they grab the small one, that would count towards the 150. If they grab the bold box, the bigger one, they would already be over the 150. So they would already be an active brand partner. And then you could mark off level 2 and get your $50 product credit. Now, you could also too, if you don't want to bring on brand partners, if you're like, absolutely not, nope, you can do it on your own by doing 1,500 in sales here. And that includes your own orders and things like that too. Level 3 down here, you've already marked off 500 PQV, already marked off 5 new customers. This one, you would just need 2 more active brand partners. Or if you didn't want to do that, you could do the total here, which is 3,500 PQV. That would get you that. That came out really funny. You would get a $100 product credit there and then also a $75 cash bonus. Now, this is the cool part. You can qualify for all of that in the first 30 days. And then on day 31, it resets again. So you have the next 30 days to do all of that again, and earn all of the same things again. Day 61, it resets again. So you could earn it all again. This right here is if you brought on someone and they were hitting these and you were helping them along the way, you would also get these as kind of like congratulations, thank you for helping your newbie. We're going to reward you too. Okay. So that is the other thing you may want to keep in mind. Lots of goodness, lots and lots of ways to earn way more than just commission on um, your own favorite habit, new habit, a good habit to have. All right, so let's dive into resources and things and what the heck do you do? Where do you go when you've signed up? How do I keep all this organized and not feel like I'm lost all over the place? So, what I would do is make sure and keep this in a place that's handy for you because this has pretty much most every question that people ask, especially in the beginning, you can find the answer right here. And I've tried to organize it pretty easily so that it kind of goes in order of what you may encounter and what you might need to know. So at the very top here, this button is like a daily calendar of happenings. And I usually update it, it says daily, but I usually update it 1 week at a time so that you know like what is happening, what is the link to what is happening, what's going on where, and all that stuff. I also at the tail end of this have the calendar for corporate for the month. I have all of the links to the groups that we're going to talk about as far as Clio is concerned that you want to be in, and kind of where to look in there for the important information that you need. I try to keep monthly specials and other things that are important that need front and center attention up on this too. Okay. So launches, promotions, all of that is towards the tail end of um, this top button on this is called a link tree if you've never seen this before. Okay, so make sure and keep this link handy, pin it to the home screen of your phone even. That way it's always there and you're like, oh yeah, I remember there was a calendar there. I can click there and find out what's happening today or whatever. So I've got our recordings and things when we have a Zoom that is important information like team wise or trainings. I will keep it in here. So you'll click that button, and then there are links to the YouTube recordings, and you can click over there and watch those. So as far as newbies are concerned, what happens typically is I will send out an email that has a lot of, it's kind of like the same info on repeat. So some people like to look at it in the link tree. Some people like to read it in email format. I've got all the stuff, all the different ways to dig and dive into the content available to you here. So this is just a copy of the email that you will receive in case for some reason it ends up in your spam. I know that happens a lot these days. So you'll have access to it here. Or if you bring someone on and I haven't had the chance to email them yet, and you're like, oh, yeah, check out this email, this is where you can find it. All right, there's also a checklist in here of things that you can do. I'm not sure. Kelly pretty much put this together. I'm not sure how up to date that is. I will have to check on that. But as far as joining, the first email that you will get from Clio Corporate is typically an invite to our boards app. If you're not familiar with boards, I'll kind of explain it here in a little bit.
Jess,
Oh, what?
sorry, real quick, we have a question. So Linktree, you can link a link tree to another link tree. Lauren asked the question. You can, because it's just a
Yeah,
website.
yeah, you could. Yeah, anything that has a link, you can put into a link tree. I think I actually have another link tree linked in here that I'll show you later. Um, so the boards, if you are familiar with boards, more power to you. If you love it, use it. If you hate it, don't. I don't really like boards all that much. So I'm trying to like give people other options if they're not tech savvy with boards and how to get the info. The other email you will get after that first one is to set up how you get paid, which is either iPay or iPayout or e-wallet. You will probably fumble with the setup, but I'll explain that to you here why we have this set up the way that we do. So this pay platform that we get paid through is very secure. And we've asked for clarification, like, why is it so difficult? Why do they want blood samples and all this stuff to get my money? So the initial setup, like I said, is a little intense, but it just deep breaths. You will get through it and you have to do it once and you'll be all set up. But we wanted something very secure first off. And then we also wanted something that could scale globally quickly, which is something that we definitely wanted here. So we have plans to go elsewhere, and this was the best option, and this is what we went with. So when you're setting it up, again, this is like the second email that you get. I have a button here. Everyone always asks, "What's the merchant code? What's the merchant code?" It is right here, 485725. You will need that. So it's right in front of your face right there. And then there's a video attached to this and then customer service info, but this video will like run you through how to set it up. But I also want to do a quick sidetrack moment here and go to, because I have been putting the things from our onboarding into our team Facebook group slowly. If you go to the guide section, there is a whole section right here for iPayout info. I should have looked through. There is one section in the iPayout stuff when you're filling it out that everyone gets hung up on. And it usually says company name and then like social or whatnot. I'm trying to see if I can find the page here. That looks like linking bank accounts. Hold on a second. There's a whole bunch of screenshots here. So if you run into an issue while you're setting it up, it's a good idea to go here and take a peek through. Oh, wait. Okay, here it is. Everybody gets hung up on this. And it's kind of confusing because everyone thinks they need to put Kleo in here and then they need like Kleo's tax ID number or blah blah blah. So, the only way you would need to fill out this box is if you have, instead of like when you file your taxes, if you have like a company name and a company tax ID for your personal business. Some people do that. Some people just file under their individual name and social. So if you have the company part, your company tax ID, a company name, you would fill in this box. Otherwise, if you do your taxes and you just fill out with your name and your social, don't fill anything in this entire box. Sometimes if you started to fill it out and you've realized, okay, maybe I'm not supposed to fill this in, it will mess up the whole thing and you'll just need to refresh the form and start over. So just most people are just skipping this. So keep that in mind when you're filling this out. Okay, I think that's the biggest thing people get hung up on when they're filling out this form. Now, as far as going through to once you actually get paid, you have the choice you can link up to your bank account so that your money, when it goes into your pay portal, you can transfer it to your bank account. But keep in mind, you have to have proof of your bank account. And again, kind of a pain, but they want to make sure everything's secure and that nobody's doing any funny business. So the easiest thing to do that will get you verified is if you have a check, upload a voided check and it will tell you all the things here. But sometimes people are uploading like bank statements and it doesn't have the full account number, routing number. They won't take that. If you have a check, that is the easiest way. And if you don't have checks, you don't have a bank account statement with the full account number, you can go to your bank and they can print you out usually a check for free. You can just write void on it and then you can upload it and wham bam, when you get paid, you'll be ready. Okay. So that's the e-wallet. If you struggle with that, let us know, but try those things first and you'll probably be okay. All right. The next thing is the spam folder. Like I said, for some reason, a lot of the new emails when you are jumping on board end up in your spam. There's a super duper easy way to fix this so that you don't have to worry about it ever again. So this right here, if you click on that, it will show you a video that will very easily show you how to pull out an email from your spam mailbox. I think you have to do it from a computer. I don't think there's a way to do it from your phone, but it's so easy. Okay. And I actually use this all the time because I have other things that end up in my spam and I'm like, no, I need that. So, that is important too. The next question we usually get is like, what is my website? How do I get into my back office? So your website that you will share with people is cleocolor.com, and then you get the backsplash in it slash backsplash backslash forward slash backslash. I never know which one it is, which way's forward or which way's backwards. But it's this right here. Is it leaning backwards? I don't know. I don't know which way, because to me it looks forwards, but I think it's backwards. Welcome to my brain. This is
If
why.
the top part of the slash is going towards the next letter, it's forward.
Okay. So it's a forward slash. Okay. Learn something new every day. This is, like I said, this is why we're Team Dumpster Fire, because I have legitimate 15-minute arguments with myself, whether it's forwards or backwards. But anyways, it will default to that. And then after the forward slash, it will be first name, last name, unless you changed it at sign up. Okay. So that's how you find your link. Worst case scenario, if you're like, what in the heck is my link? I cannot find myself. What do I do? You can go to just the regular Clio Color website. And then you can click here where it says shop with a different brand partner. Again, I don't know if I saw this on my phone or if it was just on a computer, but you'll have to test it out. You could type your name in here and it will pull you up. And then when you select yourself, mine is only under Jesse because I changed it when I joined, but I'll select myself and then you can copy and paste the link from up here if you choose. But otherwise, it's going to be this first name, last name right here. Okay. First name, last name. And obviously it would be your first name, last name. You're not typing in actually first name, last name. All right. So the other thing then, that's your link, how to get into your back office. Let's go back here. The easiest way to get into your back office and what you're probably most familiar with is this screen right here. This seems to be the most foolproof way for most to log in. You will just go to the little person up here. If you're on a phone, you'll probably have to click the little hamburger icon in the top left, and then it will take you to the screen with the little person. That's where you log in. From here, you will sign in. This is kind of like your customer profile. So this will show you like your addresses. If you have your own like subscriptions and things like that, you can manage them here. Remember, if you just signed up and you had a subscription under the brand partner you joined with, that you want to make sure you get that switched under to you and all of that because you get all sorts of goodies and things for getting subscribers. Product credits are here, but this button right here is where you can click to head you to the back office. Okay. This is the easiest way to do it. You will also be able to get in a different way, but I would just go this route first. And then if you have any trouble or you need help with that, there is a way to get into the back office a different way, which is through this site right here, cleosuite.cleocolor.com/login. And that screen is this blue screen here. Some people have trouble logging in with the blue screen. I actually have two logins because This screen that you saw right here is kind of like the customer shopping area page. So I log in with a customer account right here, but my brand partner account, when I log in, is a different sign in. So that's, I think, why a lot of people have trouble using this one because they actually have to set up their brand partner sign in. But the other first way I showed you kind of bypasses all that. Okay. All right. So what else do we have here? Okay. Let's go to, we talked about that. As far as important things for our team, Team Rise, we have some chats. We've got lots of chats. Now, the thing is, this is an exciting and happening place, and I feel like a lot of us were missing that for a long time. So the chats kind of tend to go bonkers, especially this one right here, our dumpster fire team chat. That is like our whole team chat. Underneath myself. And everyone that you would bring on board, you are welcome to invite them into that chat. Now, above myself is Julie, Julie Cruz. She is the head of Team Rise, which is like all of us in different legs. So there's also a Team Rise chat, which if you think our chat is chatty, the Team Rise chat is bonkers. I get stressed out by that chat. So I'm in it, but I don't really pay attention much to it unless like I see something going on, I get tagged, or like I want to like ask a question or whatever. Like you kind of just have to feel it out and see what is your level of comfort as far as the information that you're getting. How do you learn best? What's your most comfortable area to ask questions? All of that stuff. I also too have a personally enrolled chat for just the people that join with myself too. So if you're kind of in a couple dumpster chats, you're probably like, what is the difference? So there's that one as well, but that one's quieter. So I think what I really, if you're not a chat person, I still encourage you to at least jump in our dumpster fire chat because I tend to give the most updates right in there. And it's a very easy place for me to go and be like, hey guys, that way I don't have to post in 87 places. And if it bothers you or if it's interrupting your work, just mute it. And if you need help with figuring out how to mute, we can definitely show you how. Um, that way you can check in when it's convenient for you. If it's never convenient for you, you can still stay in. And when you have a question, you can be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go and ask in that chat. Otherwise, then if you're like, I want to see what's happening today, go back up, click the top button up here, and you can figure out, okay, what did I miss today or what's going on? Okay. We also have a Facebook group now. This is a newer thing. We started with the chats, but again, the chat got a little bit bonkers, and now the chat's probably about to get a lot more bonkers. So we have our team page here, which our team is like double this now. So a lot of people have not even made it over here yet. So if you're not in here, make sure you do get in there because again, I've been starting with the guide section, pulling the important things for onboarding over here. So it's here for you, and other important things that, let's say, happen in the chat that get lost because it was chatty for the whole day. I'll drop them in here also. Okay. Um, there is also the Team Rise Facebook group. So this is Julie's group for all of us, and important updates and things happen in here. So keep this on your radar also. Again, don't get overwhelmed by where there's a zillion places to access information. I think it's great that we have so many places to get your info, but don't feel like you have to check up on every single one every single 5 minutes. Pick the ones that give you the best information that you need and put those at the top of your list. All right. And it could just be the link tree. It could be just Team Rise. It could be just the link tree and Cleo's group. It's probably different for everyone. So the Clio group, this one is a must. It is called the Clio Collective. Okay. So this is our brand partner group. Clio has another Facebook group that is called where Clio, where beauty meets community. This is brand partners and customers and anybody who wants to just scope out what Clio is all about. Um, this is a community page. It's a very good resource to share too with your friends, family, anyone who's getting interested in, oh my gosh, okay, maybe I want to try out these nails. Okay. So that's a great resource to share. But as far as brand partner things, things that you need to know for your business, this is where you want to be. I feel like they update here first. Um, if we have some sort of pre-launch or a promotion going on or the free join, anything like that, it seems to hit their Facebook group first. And more than likely, between all those chats, another reason why you want to probably stay in the chats, but again, mute them. Somebody's got eyes on it and they will share it into the chats first. So again, if you miss it being posted here, most likely somebody's going to share it with you. Everybody's leaning on everybody else to help share things. So if you don't get an email about a promotion, know that this is probably the first place that it hits. The emails and things may come later. Also, when they have the pre-launches that we can grab from, they post it here in the form of a link. And you can click on the link and go and access the new shades that are launching. You just log in and then check out, and then you can grab them early, which is a cool brand partner perk that you can also kind of talk about with your people who are pondering joining. The only thing here, which is very different kind of with other communities you may have been a part of, our launches are always on the first. There's like a real structure that kind of happens here. We get access as brand partners typically like 15 days before the first of the next month. So halfway through the month before. They really want us to keep wraps on anything new that is launching until it is available to customers. So you can grab it early and you can take photos of it. You can put it on to take your nail fees, but they don't want you sharing it publicly until it goes live to the public, which I think is a good business move too, because then like people aren't like, oh, I'm gonna wait and order because I really want to get this neon-y leopard set or whatnot. Okay.
Yeah, it's like an impulse buy for them on the first if they see it and it pops up, you know?
Yes. Yes. It is for this. I'm really excited too for this next one. It's so bright and cheery and fun. I'm like,
It
oh.
is. It is.
Mhm. Um, so I think the window already closed for the June pre-launch. I know last month and maybe the month before they did a surprise reopening of it. So I don't heard if that's coming or not, but it would be really cool if it did. So all of that of you that are jumping on could dive into that if it happens. But again, I have not heard. Um, okay, back to the link tree. Man, I need to take a shower. I stink. I keep smelling myself. I'm like, whoa. um, all right, so onboarding. Again, there's a video here. This is Tacey right here. She is one of our corporate leads that you will see a bunch, and she's amazing. So she's got a little video talking about getting started too that is super helpful. If you want to watch that first, Clio also has an onboarding series that is built out in boards. And like I said, if you're not a boards fan, don't worry because I'm pulling it out of boards and trying to get it into our team page on Facebook. If you're not familiar with boards, basically it's kind of just like a place to dump information. Like, you know how our link tree is set up here. It's kind of just a different format. The reason it's called boards is you can actually link it up to the keyboard like on your phone so that if you are in the middle of a conversation with someone and you're like, oh, let me send you the comp plan. You can like go to your texts and where you would typically pull up like an emoji or a photo, you could pull up the boards app. and then you could just click on the picture that you want to send and it pastes into your message and you could shoot it out. So it is very convenient if you are comfortable with using it and if you know how to use it. Otherwise, it can be kind of clunky and annoying because it pops up all the time and you're like, no. But the other thing too is if you're using boards, you can have one free board, which would be our Kleo board. Um, if you already have a boards account and you have other boards in there from other businesses or whatever, you probably need to pay to get the upgraded version. So that's the other things to keep in mind. But that is where the onboarding series lives as of now. It will also get emailed to you. So again, if your emails are going to spam, if you move those over, you will get the like first, it's like day 1, 2, 3, 4. It like sets you up the first week or whatever on what you need to do. Um, so you can follow that if you choose. Or heck, if you have a different plan, that's totally fine. Bold Start, again, I just linked that up so you could have access to that because that's an important thing for newbies to know at first. This was just a live that I did, gosh, probably back in February about how I kind of like broke the news to my customers coming from where I was at before. So I was Color Street over to here. So if that's you, you can think about watching this. There's a zillion different ways to tell your customers and share the news with them. I'll talk about that here at the end. Corporate boards app, again, this is a link to the whole boards app, not just the onboarding section. So if you have trouble or you lose the email, you can find it here. This right here shows you how to set up boards.
Anyway, yes, please feel free to, give her my information.
I think that was supposed to be muted. Hopefully she wasn't trying to ask a question and I'm just like mute. So yeah, this shows you step by step how to set it up if you want to access your keyboard and all of that. Product credits, we talked about those in the Bold Start and whatnot. This is how you will redeem product credits. We also have some graphics groups and chats. Kleo uses something called Telegram for sharing a lot of nail fees and graphics and things. And we also have a Telegram. I mainly set this up, and I don't know if this is the same reason why Kleo set it up, but a lot of the videos that you try to share with each other in Facebook Messenger, if they're longer than like 2 minutes, it won't send and it cuts them off. So I was running into the problem on some of the application videos and things that I was sending to the team to share. I couldn't get them in Facebook Messenger. So this right here will show you how to join Telegram. It's an app, a free app that you can get in the App Store. And then there's just a link that will show you, you'll click join group and then you'll hop in the group. And then you can literally download the videos and content right from that chat. It will save onto your phone or your device like it's your own. We also have our own graphics group. This really started as like, so parties here we call manifests. We did have a party program. We're not a party plan company, but we had a kind of like trial run go around with parties for the last year as far as kind of like someone gets a link that they share with their friends and family that orders and they get rewards type deal. But it was set up as a trial basis to see how well it was bringing in new customers and how much people were getting rewarded out of this. And they've been watching it very closely. And I think the average rewards coming out of those was $17. And not very many new customers. A lot of it was just like brand partner stuff. Like, how can we get in on all of we've already been offered all these bonuses. Let's dig in a little more and So the main point of those was again to bring in new customers to entice people to come back and order from you. So we are actually switching from the manifest which just ended May 16th. They have to stop that program, and we're switching over to a loyalty program, which will be starting next. I don't have an exact date on that yet, but think like all the places you go that have loyalty programs. I did not know Taco Bell even had a loyalty program, so they do. It keeps you coming back, marking off your stars, punching your tickets and all that stuff. So I'm very excited to hear what that's all about. And supposedly here, Kleo says we do not take anything away as far as a program like this is concerned without bringing back something way better. And I've heard that's what it's going to be. So, but with that being said, this group kind of started out as like the old, let's open a Facebook group, let's have a party type deal. If you go to the guide section at the top, it has like everything you would need as far as like setting up a group, a cover photo, um, having a whole manifest with the host. And there's other content in here too. So like if you need information on like what are the LED gel strips, what do you get in a package, the sizing, blah, 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 how to apply, how to remove, any of this stuff that you could use anywhere is here. And this is also then going to be a place where we dump other graphics as well. And I think Nicole had started organizing, yes, organizing this. So she made some like albums and things for um, all sorts of stuff. So if you make a graphic and you want to share it in here for us all to use, feel free. So that's kind of what this is going to be transitioning into as well. There are some other
Or if you already made like a ton of graphics and you're going to be stuck in an airport with nothing to do, you can just pop them in there.
is that a wink at me? I know. My list. I need to add that to my list. Um, so this is a place that you can jump in also. But oh, like I was saying too, there are other graphics groups out there as well. Um, I'm not so certain how compliant some of the other ones are, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Join what helps you, and yeah, you know. But these are the things that I use. I like to create and make my own stuff, so um, I share a lot of pretty much everything that I make and create and video and all that stuff I will share with you guys. And a lot of that happens in the chats too. Another reason why you may want to stick around in the chats. But I'll just leave it at that. There's another party template out here too. I think this one is just like in a Google Doc. So if you are going to have a party, I mean, you can still have parties. You can still have group parties on Facebook. You can have messenger parties. You can have in-person parties. Any of this stuff is still helpful. Kayla Sanders on our team, she has her own board too. She was a boards fanatic. So she shared the link to hers here. So if you want to join that, you're welcome to do that as well. Shout out graphics if you need. This is basically like the template for shout outs, which holy cannoli, probably got behind on a zillion of those now that we need to do too. But I'm growing my own to-do list as I'm talking. All right, so that is there. This is a generic link tree that I've just got things on that are like size charts, monthly manis, LED application, LED removal, all this stuff. So just to kind of give you a heads up, this can be shared with your customers if you want. I put here at the top because I just changed it a little bit ago. I did have a video that I just stole from Tacey putting on an LED and a press-on set during like a live in our community Facebook group. It was like 17 minutes worth of her applying. And that's what I did have in here for the application. Looks like I just stopped typing in the middle of that one. But I have since swapped those out with the videos that I did. See, here's the thing. You have to have a link to whatever you're putting here for your videos. I have uploaded mine up to YouTube. So I just linked mine in here and then I put at the top, make sure and grab the link from your brand partner. So it's up to you. If you want to use this, if it's convenient for you, just tell them, all right, this is our team leader showing you how to put these on if you want. Here's my link and whatnot. Um, you can obviously create your own link tree too, which it's so easy to create a link tree. They're free and all of that. So you can create your own with your own specific links in there. Whatever is easiest for you to share, feel free.
I
But
literally went through yours and copied, like,
yeah,
opened each one and then copied the link and then put it in mine. It was so simple, guys. So
yeah. It's so easy. And you can have as many as you want. I have like 15 link trees. But yeah, I mean, like this is a link, so you could literally go and open it and copy this right here at the top and put it in your own link tree. All right. If you wanted to do different videos, or if you
All right,
guys,
here we go. We are
if
going.
you guys have a different one you want me to link up, we can definitely switch this out. But I was like, nobody's going to sit here and watch a 17 long application removal video. So that's in what is in there right now. If you choose to use it, just to give you a heads up. Let's see what else. So community group is linked here. Oh, these are the ones that I had initially had. So this one's 10 minutes. So if you want to see what those were, these are just some other video options that you can check out and whatnot too. There's literally everything in here. There is sample emails for when you get an order. Um, if you want to copy and paste any of this and make it your own, it's just an idea of a thank you email to send out when somebody orders from you. And you can just, obviously, we can't email from our office suite, so you would send it from your Gmail. Was that a question? Peeking up? No. I have a follow-up email too in here, which that is more so like asking how it went. Let me see what you're working with. Let's see your nails, share them in my VIP, all that stuff too. Opportunity, I might need to update this one because this might be an old one. Yeah, this is an old opportunity video. But if you have someone interested in opportunity, I will update this as soon as I get off, and then you can send them this video. Or invite them to Team Rise always has one on Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. So keep that in mind. Again, if you forget, do you remember where to go? I should make this a quiz. Top button, top button, the calendar of happenings. It'll give you the link and all the things. We've got a swag store. We have our own team shirt. Customer service. Yes, yes, yes. We have customer service here and they are wonderful. If you click this again, it will take you here. Their phone number, their email. If you need the merchant code again, it's here. If you need e-wallet help, that phone number is here also. So literally it is all packed in here. So this is the reason why I say keep this somewhere close to you because it's like your library of all things Kleo. Um, let me see what else. Boards, we did that. Okay. Anybody have any questions? And then I've got just a couple more things to talk about. Let me get out of here. Oh, Brandy, you're fine. Okay. All right, I don't see any questions over there. Okay. So it sounds like a lot, but this is just kind of laying down navigating everything when it arrives because you get a lot at first and I don't want you guys to feel like overwhelmed and I also don't want you guys to feel like you've missed out because you didn't know there's all these bonus opportunities that a lot of them are right at the beginning. So it never hurts to kind of just put feelers out there and try. And no matter what phase of the game you're in, if you're not brand new, it's okay too. Like it's never too late. But I will tell you, Make it so easy for yourself. I feel like a lot of us overthink everything, and literally all that you are doing is you are wearing and you are sharing, and it is nail products. And you don't have to worry about makeup. You don't even have to fix yourself up if you don't want to. But um, I think so many of us are like, oh my gosh, I gotta go make this VIP group. I gotta go have a party template. I got to create this. I got to create that. You literally don't have to do anything. The only thing, like starting out, that I would tell you to do is just document all of it. Take pictures of your hands bare. Take pictures of the first set you're putting on. Take pictures of each day that goes by. Take pictures of all that you're getting into and doing. Do videos. The easiest thing is just to show the reality show of Kleo. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy at all. There are a lot of current Clio stylists, like their Instagram pages, that are really helpful to kind of watch and give you ideas of things that they share. We also just got finished. Our team just did a little Manny mixer, which some of you may have been a part of. But everyone was recording like 30-second videos of what they did for a living and why they love Clio and how it holds up with hand sanitizer, dishwashing, cleaning, teaching, all of that stuff. So those can be things that you use, and share your own experience, because people know, like, and trust you. So don't overwhelm yourself with, I've got to make the best cover photo, I've got to do this and that. Just make it your own little reality show. And honestly, if you're we had some people that were like, okay, this is way out of my comfort zone, showing my face or like talking about the nails in a video at my work or whatever. The sooner you kind of like just give it a shot and try it, the quicker you will get over it. And know that you've got this whole group, another reason why you want to stay in our team chat, of all of us that are doing the exact same thing. And so many of us too will like share the links to our posts that we're doing. They have to be public and on your personal page if you're going to do that, which I highly suggest. um, Share them into the chat and be like, hey, can I get a little love? And then we always help like boost each other's posts. And even if you're not getting a ton of interaction or a ton of like followers, or it feels quiet to you, I guarantee you people are still watching. And I'm seeing that right now with the interest that's coming about from this free join special. A lot of people are like coming out of the woodwork that have never said a peep about Clio, but they're seeing it and they're watching you live and breathe it. So the more that you can do that, that's the easiest, most surefire way that you're going to get good results. And it can't just be one thing here or there that you share. Just get in the habit of making that your daily opening of your business doors. Because when you think about it, if you open a new business and you just sit there and you don't say a word or tell anybody, or you don't like shout it from the rooftops and show how excited you are because you just open the doors to this brand new place that has the most beautiful salon-like nails that are inexpensive. You could do like, there's so much good. If you don't shout that and scream that out to the world, like how are people going to know, right? You want to be the person that when somebody sees a cute manicure or whatnot, they're going to think of your name first, okay? And it doesn't have to be difficult or any of that. All right. So the quicker you can just dive in, give it a shot, share with us, and let us all hype you up, the better. And I think that's going to be your best bet on starting out. Okay. You'll build as you go, and you'll figure out what things you need, what things you can skip right over. It's got a constant learning process. The only thing too I would suggest also is having something like least, if you're going to do like just the little least amount, like you're diving in, you're like, I want the discount for myself, but keep in mind you're going to run into people when you're out and about that are going to compliment your nails. So like I would maybe think about tossing together some sort of simple business card type thing. I just made this on Canva. I can even share the file with you guys if you want to swap out your info. You can make a free QR code. You can put your website on here, your name, your phone number, email, um, something that you can easily give to someone. Or if you don't want a physical card, a lot of people aren't even doing cards these days. You can just create a QR code. Yeah, see, and have it on your phone just like that. So then you don't have to um, go and print these out. I want to say Staples printed these out. I mean, they're not like they're good enough quality because, let's be honest, a lot of business cards probably end up in the trash, but um it was like 35 bucks for I think 500 or so, and I got them same day. So this is an option. The QR code on your phone is an option. You could do a link tree. All of that stuff is super simple, but be prepared because I guarantee you somebody's going to compliment your nails and you're going to be like, shoot, what do I do? So
Seriously, especially with those chromes, they're so addicting. You'll
yes,
be like in the coffee drive-through, and then the person will be like, "Oh my God, I love your nails." And you're like, "Shit, I need my coffee. I don't even know what to say." But you have your phone. You have your phone.
yep, yep. And more than likely they will have theirs too. So, um, it's so easy. And the other thing too, keep in mind also, like, gosh, if you don't have anything, and what you could do is take out your phone or tell them to go to you could have them go to your site and then they could like create their account there with you. So then that way they don't have to order, they can just make their account. So that way you have their information in your back office and then that way you don't have to worry about are they gonna follow up with me because then you have it and then you can download it, you can send an email later or whatever you choose to do. So actually I think that's what I'm gonna do at my next event that I do. I'm gonna I'm gonna do some sort of fun thing around getting their accounts created and set
A
up.
raffle. Raffle
Yeah,
off something awesome for creating a customer account.
yeah, yeah. Okay, does anybody have any questions? I think I got through all my notes a little bit longer than an hour, but yeah, this is kind of just the simple run through of what to do from here. Just watch it, write down the things that appeal to you as far as like where you want to get your information from and put those front and center. I really think the team Linktree is probably the easiest place to start. And then again, if you choose to branch out to other things, then it's there and you can find it later. Just don't overwhelm yourself. Um, but yeah,
Super recommend like figuring out why you jumped in and then writing that on a sticky note and sticking it on like wherever you are, like your computer, your car, wherever you spend most of your time every day. So you keep that in focus because if it's to build a business, then you're driving for it. If it's to get a discount, then that's where you're at. So just to remind yourself, like, oh, I wanted to work this business. Why did you jump in? What was your why? What was your reason?
yeah. I'm telling you what, too, like press-ons and gels are like what everybody's wanting right now, too. So, um, don't sleep on don't sleep on that too, and don't make decisions for other people because I think a lot of us talk ourselves out of doing certain things because we're like, oh, nobody would be interested, or oh, nobody would want to join me. But I don't know. I mean, I've said that to myself so many times, and then I've gotten a random message from someone, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. So, yeah, especially right now, it's like you've got the green light to talk to anyone.
Yeah, and those younger generations want length on their nails, and their parents don't want their nails messed up from it. So it's like the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and they don't want to spend $100
That too. That too.
for one. All right. I will sign off on this. Feel free to forward this along to anyone that you have hopping on. And welcome. We're so excited you're here. Always, always, always reach out. That's the other thing I wanted to say. We don't know if you are struggling or if you need help with something unless you speak up and say something. So don't ever be afraid to be like, hey, I am so confused. Just ask. I guarantee we're not gonna bite your head off. We're gonna be like, oh my gosh, let me help. There's so many good people here just ready to help at the drop of a hat. So, all right, my friends, thanks for all of you hopped on live and congratulations to all of us. It's an exciting month. Go get them. We still have lots of time too. Bye, guys. We'll talk to you later.